What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit a million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
Denim is in demand at Plato's Closet in West Ashley and North Charleston. Get cash on the spot for everything denim. Bring in your trendy and classic styles of gently used name brand denim. Get paid for your denim shorts, skirts, jackets, jeans, and more. We're looking for denim that is blue, black, or a bold color, and jeans in styles like mom jeans, bootcut, baggy, flared, and ripped. We want everything denim. Sell your denim for cash at Plato's Closet today. Plato's Closet, located in West Ashley on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard and North Charleston on Rivers Avenue.
Hashtag no music, no intro. It couldn't be any other way, bro. Couldn't be another way. It was 10-26 in the fourth quarter, Ryan.
Biggest Saints comeback in the fourth quarter in history ever. I mean, since ever, like never. You know,
the Saints stunned the Falcons in week one. And I want to, before we talk about the game, before we get into it, because we're going to break it down, because there's a shit ton to talk about. When I do want to start with the positive. I want to talk about all the good stuff first before we talk about the stuff that needs to be cleaned up. But the energy and the camaraderie and like just the sense of like family today in the live stream as we all watch the game on Discord together, or local TV if you had somewhere where you could watch it locally. Like I like, besides being at an actual Saints game, man, like top tier, man. Like just the highs and the lows, we felt them all together. And I keep going back to, like, that's what this podcast is about. It's about community. It's about like everyone included that wants to be included. Patreon. But it was amazing, man. Like the highs were super high and the lows were just like, misery loves company. Like I said during the live stream, like we all in it together, and it was and what a great game to experience all together, bro. Like,
oh my God. Talk about highs and lows, bro. Man. It was all funny. Like we was, man, like the lows we was just laughing at, bro. Just laughing.
Bro, I kind of forgot that the Mark Ingram fumble happened, bro. Like,
we gonna get that video clip out.
Bro, our reaction to it.
I need it out, and I need Chris to cut if he could figure out how to take the actual play, and play that, and show us.
But it's hard to do that because of like NFL copyright laws, so we gotta be careful. But I know other. But anyway, let's dive into the game. Let's just fast forward to the fourth quarter, man. The two reasons why the offense came alive. 3 reasons I'll say, actually. Offensive line, most of the game, physically was beaten from the snap. Offensive line, large part, had a terrible game. Like, James Hurst looked bad. Cesar Ruiz looks like Cesar Ruiz. He won the speed bump, and he wasn't the 29th guard today, bro.
No.
But in the fourth quarter, And I don't know if it was like a tempo thing, but they put Jameis in the shotgun. They try to get away from all like the play action shit. They put Jameis in shotgun. He could see the entire field. The offensive line started blocking for him. And what he started to do what he wasn't doing in the first 3 quarters, that when he went back in that drop, boom, 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 boom. Scan, ball was out. And receivers were open because now he has weapons that he can throw to.
Right.
So Jameis getting the ball out quickly, the offensive line blocking better, and the return. And I don't want to undercut Juice because Jarvis Landry was a dog out there, bro. Dog. But in Madden, if you play Madden, recent Maddens, there's certain players that have like this X factor. That a couple things happen in the game and they just have an X factor where they kind of become unguardable. And the return of Mike Thomas, bro. You physically with your own eyes saw him put the team on his back. Hasn't played football in almost 2 years, and he goes out against a top 5-ish corner, top 6, wherever you want to put AJ Terrell, and he didn't. 24 didn't have no answers for 13, bro.
Nope. It's beautiful, man. It was beautiful. It was exactly what we wanted to see after, starting off, struggling in the first half. He was barely getting targeted. When he did get targeted, the throw was errant or he was slipping. It was just off. Everything was off. And it was, I was getting frustrated. It's like, man, come on, man. Like, at least let this dude, even if we lose, let him get something going, man. So, something you could build off. That way the story going into this week isn't, is Mike Thomas back? Or, is he still working his way back? I didn't want to, I don't want that type of energy around right now, So to see him and just kind of regroup, him and Jameis come together and make some big plays and, 2 touchdowns. The 2 touchdowns that won the game. And those touchdowns were like Mike Thomas touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Like,
perfectly said, bro.
Those were his plays. Like, he was doing Mike Thomas things. To see that is what made it special. It wasn't like he was out there gimping around,
nope,
looking like a player. He looked like Mike Thomas, you know what I'm saying?
He did,
man, that was just beautiful just to see him hyped up energy, the teammates hyped up with him, and he just foaming at the mouth on the sideline.
You saw it in his eyes, bro.
Like, just looking like a psycho. I said, uh-oh. Got a problem here. Got a problem.
It was after he scored that second touchdown. At that point, like, I was just happy, just from like a human to another human standpoint. Like, I didn't even think maybe they were going to pull off the win. Maybe they weren't. But like, I was like, man, like, how good must that feel for him, man? Like, that's tough. The mental anguish, all the things you hear on Twitter from our fans, other people,
and he actually reads it, and he reads it all.
Reads it, bro. Like he'll probably have his mentions up on his laptop while he's just drinking his coffee in the morning, just scrolling through them, bro.
I mean, he's a psycho. Like me, I would never do that, but he will sit there and look up. Probably has a little bot that looks up. Can't go Michael Thomas. That just like sends him everything someone says about him, bro. It's like,
and for them, and I don't want to make it all about Mike, but Jarvis Landry had 114 yards today, bro.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Can if anyone in the front office is listening to this, can we extend Jarvis now? Like, just approach him. Just approach him.
I want somebody to tell me this. Why not? Like, give me a reason you don't.
Because if he has, I'm not saying he's going to have a game like this every season, but if he plays up to this level most of the season, they are not going to be able to afford him when it comes to free agency, bro.
Exactly. And even that, he's not gonna blow your bank account away. Come to him now while he's in a good mood, he's feeling good, he's happy. Lock him up, man. Like, lock him up, let him retire a Saint. Lock him up, get him a little extra cash this year, push a little money down the line, whatever you got to do. And then you solidify. You got Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, Chris Olave for the next couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you good for whatever quarterback, whether it's Jameis or whoever. You know what I'm saying? You good.
You good. Chris Olave we just saw what we need to see. He's just so smooth out there, Ryan.
It looks too easy for him.
Right? Remember that was one of the knocks on another prospect, bro.
It just looks too easy, bro. It's like if you were sitting there today watching him, like you wouldn't think that's a rookie. You think that's just okay. It's just one of the wide receivers that's been playing a couple years, catching passes, running his routes. Just looks like it just looks easy for him, man. Like that dude is gonna be, when he gets when the game plan really gets focused on him, he gonna be special, man.
He is. And we got to talk about the blocked field goal. Our boy, Peyton Turner. He got his name back for the week, bro. God give him his name back for a week.
Showing up in a big spot, bro. Like that's
Because would you have been shocked if Younghoe hit that 63-yarder?
I mean, I fully expected him to hit it. Honestly, I was like, he about to break. I don't know is that the record or it ties the record. I don't know.
The Tucker was like 65 or 66 or maybe 67.
But I know he has the leg to do it. I knew he had the leg. And he's the type of kicker that would, of course, it would get, a 63-yarder would happen against us. So I was just like, it's going to happen. Like, it will happen. They shouldn't even got to that spot, but then, Lattimore had that dumb thing. He hit a player, like he kind of knocked the player down after the play. Who knows what was happening. He probably
the refs in this game were
terrible.
And I hate being that fan. Right? I just hate, but it was just like the Kyle Pitts fumble. Like that was a play that should have been called a fumble on the field, because it wasn't, and it was under 2 minutes. Like refs were bad.
DA couldn't challenge. All they had to do was call it a fumble. If it really wasn't a fumble, they would have reviewed it and said, okay, it's not. But you always lean towards the fumble because it's going to get reviewed.
We not even talking about the intentional fucking grounding that Jameis got. Like,
oh man, I missed that one.
Oh, you missed it? So after Juice made the catch, that great catch that like pushed the ball really down the field when they're driving, he gets up and he goes out of bounds. And then they hurried up. I'm pretty sure he went out of bounds. And then they hurried up and Jameis spiked the ball because there's some type of miscommunication or confusion. They thought the clock was still running. So he spiked the ball and the refs literally called fucking intentional grounding. Lost it down. Yep, bruh. I don't know how you missed that, but yes, it was the most like one of the calls that only fucking happens when you're a Saint, when the Saints are playing. You would never see that. It was just ridiculous. Anyway, and I just want to talk about what the win means, because it's a divisional game, which is huge. It's not lost on me that it's the Falcons. I mean, we can make all the Falcons jokes, but I'm just saying from a standpoint as a divisional win, that's huge. Those count for like a 1.5, potentially 2 wins when you beat a division opponent. Secondly, as bad as things were in the first 3 quarters, if they don't pull that game out, bro, that there was gonna be this vibe and this energy going into week 2 against the Bucks, and it's like, bro, we was wanting Eddie Dalton.
Right. Look, I tweeted it out. Because I was like, okay, I'm gonna tweet this, but I know I'm gonna get flamed. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna get flamed, but I tweeted it out anyway. I just wanted to see. I tweeted out and I was surprised I wasn't getting flamed like that.
No, bro.
It's like, let's do it. Red rifle. I'm like, oh.
Because what was plaguing Jameis,
and then of course Greg Rosenthal fucking retweets it. I'm like, God damn it, Greg.
Greg just a sicko, bro.
He's just a sicko. He did that shit on purpose.
Oh,
bro.
You know he did. But here, so we got to kind of memento this game back and go backwards a little bit. The offensive line has issues, and I didn't think that the injury to Trevor Penning would be felt this early, because I really believe he was going to start week 1. He gets injured. James Hurst, who I've been saying I thought he was, serviceable left tackle, decent left tackle, like he can get the job done. He's not great. He looked terrible.
He was getting beat, bro. Like a
And I don't know.
a lot of the pressure was like blitzes and stuff like that, but he was just getting beat.
So he's getting beat kind of cleanly as the left tackle. Cesar Ruiz was being 51
this season.
Some plays,
you're questioning yourself. You're like, well, was that his responsibility or not? But it's always him. It seems to be him involved in it. It's like because people are like, oh well, maybe he was just supposed to help Ramchick. It's like I don't know, bro. But why is it always him? It's like, I'm never asking that about Peter. Nobody else. I'm always asking that about him.
So you had those two things. I want to give a shout out to Dean Pease. And I know it sounds weird, but this Falcons defense had 9 new starters on their defense, bro.
Name them. Who was working Hurst? I don't even know who.
Don't have no clue, bro.
No idea who that was.
Ain't that sad?
Sad, man.
At least Caesar could say, "Oh, well, I got beat by Grady Jarrett." Right. You can say that, bro. But so Dean Pease's game plan, his scheme, the first 3 quarters, bro, was perfection. Like as just from a football standpoint, because the Saints offense and I know it's all it's kind of this thing has been like fuck Sean Payton, blah blah. Man, like we're not used to seeing the offensive line get beat that badly.
But one thing about Sean Payton, he doesn't begin the week. First thing he starts with is protection. Like there is no game plan unless you start with protection. Probably last year was the first year I saw that kind of look shaky, but then you had all the injuries and new quarterback and all that stuff. And that's one of the things you got to remember is like Drew Brees called the protection. Drew Brees knew the protections up and down. He knew defenses left and right. And so it's just different now. But right now I think the center McCoy is, doing all the protections. I'm sure it's like a partnership between Jameis and him and stuff like that. But then you got the whole week 1 factor. This is not stuff we've seen on tape. Dean Pease, like I know he's not a famous name, bro, but he's always been one of the better blitz disguisers in the league. When he was with the Ravens and all that, he's always been good at that shit. And he knows like they don't really have like a good pass rush, like a front 4 pass rush. So he was gonna bring the heat. You know what I'm saying? So I think it just worked, man. Like it just worked. I think Saints offensive line is still trying to gel. And get better, and that's meeting the fact that, they was going to bring the heat, man. They knew they didn't have a chance unless they got Jameis. And, and look, we got to talk about Jameis too, bro. Like, Jameis has always, this is not new. You can go watch Florida State. You can go watch him at Tampa. You can go watch him with the Saints last year. He holds on to the ball. He tends to look downfield and look for routes that's working downfield rather than, taking the quick hitters. It's like the Saints offense is, there's some reason, there's somewhere why some of us was like, say, man, put Dalton in. It's because it's not about arm strength and none of that, but it's just like some quarterbacks just kind of hit their back foot and boom. You know what I'm saying? We saw Drew Brees do it for years, where it was just like, boom, it's just out, ball is out, not even 2 seconds. Like that's why the offensive line always was considered one of the best. Not saying it wasn't a good offensive line, but it didn't matter because Drew Brees would get the ball out so quick where it wasn't even a factor. So with this, it's kind of a change. It's like a culture change, but we did see where when they did get Jameis protection. And when he got out that tent, I don't know what happened in the tent. They juiced him up. Some adrenaline or something. I don't know. He came out there and he was just letting that ball go. He was back foot gone. And the great thing about James, he got an arm, bro. So when he hit that back foot, he put that ball on that nice little arc. Man, everybody go watch that throw the jars, man. That was beautiful. That thing was
Beautiful, bro. It's like it's that Adrian Peterson. When I seen him throw that ball.
I need that video, bro. I'm serious, bro. Like I was like, man, like that's outside, outside the lines like that, bro. That jaw was turned around. Man, that's. Whew.
Also, I don't know if you noticed it, but early in the game, they were substituting. They was getting Deontay Hardy out there. They was getting Callaway out there, bro. Fourth quarter, MT Olave Jarvis. That's
Dog time. Get your dogs out there.
That's it. So it's good to see. It's good to see, like, man, like maybe these other dudes ain't what's working. So we gotta go to what's working. Speaking of the offense, if Taysom Hill don't go off in the first half, Saints don't win this game, bro.
Oh no way. I mean, how many times he saved the Saints' ass, bro? Like,
ain't it wild?
I mean, say what you want about Taysom, bro, but sometimes he just he comes in and he just gives you the juice that you need, man. And he was the only reason this wasn't a blowout by the end of the second half was Taysom Hill.
That's it. And
Jameis had -7 yards by the end of the half.
They had like -2 yards passing at halftime or some wild fucking stat, bro. And Jameis ended the game with 269 yards.
Like, how crazy is that? And most of that came in the fourth quarter.
Yes. Yes. And I said it during our live stream. Taysom had Liz Frank surgery in January, man.
Like, he really deserves some of the accolades that Mike Thomas getting. Like, obviously, Mike Thomas missed like 2 years, but still, like, to come back and just to be that physical player, he's physical, bro. Like, man, he's a man out there, bro.
Bro, you can see it when he's running. Like, you can see like the players on the defense and the secondary, like, oh shit,
yeah.
Oh no.
Hey, props to him, bro. Like, the dude wanted to be a quarterback, man. He really tried. He won a lot of games, believe it or not. Like, he won a ton of games. So, from his perspective, I can see him being like, what the fuck, man? Like, what's the problem? But for him to just be like, well, okay, I'll move to tight end. He getting paid for it, but, just props to him to just take it, and he's going to be, like, the dude a good football player, man. I know it's cliche to say it, all of that, but the dude is just a good football player, man. The Saints are better with him playing, period.
Absolutely.
At some position, at whatever position you want. They're a better team with him.
You know what's crazy right now? That like Andres Pete might be like one of the best linemen on the offensive line, bro.
Bro, Pete was looking fine. But seriously, like, he was looking good. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that with like I like.
I saw him like move some dudes out the way. Like, he was moving some dudes.
You talked about tight end and Taysom moved tight end, and we're gonna rewind the game back because we gotta talk about the defense because it's been very we've started very heavy talking about the offense. Did Adam Troutman play? Like, did
he? I have no idea, bro. I didn't see him.
That's my point is, like, Juwan Johnson like got all the snaps at tight end. If you just want to talk about reasons why this team struggles, and I'm not trying to make this a negative podcast, but this is going to be an all-encompassing podcast. The reason why this game was probably harder than it should be. You got to go, and I said it in the live stream. You got to go to like the draft history, man. That 2020 draft, not a single player in that draft is good. Period. Oh, sorry, none of them are good. Probably none of them are probably NFL starters. So, like, you could stretch and say we're Reese's, but like that's a stretch. Last year's draft class, the first round pick had a huge blocked field goal. You don't have any other stats in the stats column today, bro.
No hurries, nothing.
not an assist, like nothing. So you just when the Saints choose not to retain talent, Marcus Williams, Trey Hendrickson, whoever it may be, you have to supplement that talent with draft picks. Trading CD, you have to supplement that talent with draft picks and good draft picks, and you got to hit on them. But when you're not supplementing that talent and you're missing on draft picks, like that's why games like today is like the booty was tight, bro. Like it's like just wow. But let's flip it over. Talk about the defense and the defensive performance. Before we do that, let's take a quick second, hear a moment from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Hey, yo, Adam.
What's up?
Man, there's just one guy I've been wanting the Saints to pick up. It's this dude out in Lafayette.
What?
Named Luke. Yeah, man, this dude named Luke Butler. Runs with Hargrove Roofing. The dude is like 6'4", 285 pounds.
What?
Yeah, man, like he could beat out Ruiz, bro.
He could be the next AD. Sign him up, play for the Pelicans.
Man, listen. So, look, plus, here's the thing about him. He'll take care of any of your roofing needs that we have down in South Louisiana.
It's crazy that you bringing him up because I've watched film on him, and I could tell y'all he knows what's going on in the home insurance game. With storm season approaching, give Luke with Hargrove Roofing a call at 985-590-7601. Again, 985-590-7601. He gonna take care of y'all.
You beast.
All right, bro. Can we? I don't know what you and I need to do, or what we need to do to truly express how sorry we were for Badmouth and Pete Warner when he was drafted, bro.
Yeah, man. He's a good player, man. This is a good player, bro.
Had what? I think it was like 11, 12 tackles, a forced fumble. First quarter of the game, he had pretty decent coverage on Kyle Pitts. Like, dude looked great out there, bro. Like, one of the plays when the defense needed big plays, he had a huge tackle for loss when the Falcons were trying to run to the outside.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, Pete Warner. Like, if you listen to this at any point, we're sorry, bro. We apologize. We were wrong.
I was wrong. I was wrong. Wrong,
bro. But the defense did enough to keep the Saints in the game when the offense was struggling. I will say, though, I am a little concerned of how easily they were kind of dominated for the first three quarters, man.
Yeah. No question. And look, I'd already warned people kind of prepare yourselves. Might take a little while for the defense to gel. But I was really talking about the secondary. I didn't expect for them to be dominated up front.
Bro.
Like they did. They were getting pushed back. Like,
yep.
And that's why Arthur Smith, he just stuck with the run, man. It was like,
that's smart football.
When he did try to throw it, I was like, why? Like, why are you trying to throw it? Like, I would just stick with the run because the Saints really couldn't stop it. You know, they wasn't getting gashed for like 40, 50 yards, but it was those, 1,000 cuts offense, just 6 yards, 8 yards, 6 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards.
And it was so hard because their offense kept them ahead of the sticks, and they just made third down super short repeatedly.
Exactly. That's a killer, bro. Like that right there is just.
And then
like sometimes I really just throw like an 80-yard touchdown, like, you know what I'm saying? Because them houses with 1,000 cuts, man, that shit just be like, oh my God.
And conversely, as the Falcons offense was staying ahead of the change for the first 3 quarters, the Saints offense was staying behind the chains, and it was a mess.
The worst formula ever. The worst formula to win.
And we won't get back to talk about the defense, but the fact that they were able to win in the fashion they did and really didn't have a huge game from AK. Run blocking was subpar. He left the game early, but he seemed like he was in the locker room. According to like reports, he was fine. He said he'd be okay, so it doesn't sound like it's anything too serious. But yeah, man, just I said it after the game to a friend. Maybe I said it in the Discord, but like they need to call Ndamukong Suh. They need to call Malcolm Brown. They got to call somebody, bro.
Yeah, seriously. Like it just, I don't know if it was just a bad game, but I need to see them. Like I want the Saints defense leaning forward.
Yes,
they're their best when their defensive line leaning forward, the linebackers leaning forward. You know, I mean, you saw Cordell Patterson. He trucking Tyrann Mathieu. He trucking Pete Werner. I was like, man, like.
You know what sucks, man? I was like the biggest Cordero stan at Tennessee. Loved him as a prospect, bro. So like, I can't even be excited when he's doing well. I'm just,
right.
Sucks, man. I hate it here. Also, we said this on the preview pod too. How dumb are coaches in the NFL that man was a free agent for so long? Just out there chilling.
It's like, look, man. Okay, you can't run precision routes. Okay,
nope.
But look at the guy. Like the dude is a physical phenom. Like, get him the ball. Like that's his skill set. Get him the ball and let him make plays.
That's it. But getting back to the Saints defense, they did enough, right? Like the Pete Werner fumble was huge. It didn't lead to anything. That was a missed field goal by Will Lutz.
My God. Don't get me started on that.
He redeemed himself, but
well, I mean, like, just the we got some clutch. Like the defense wasn't playing great today, but they got you 2 clutch turnovers, man. Clutch. And we couldn't turn them into nothing.
Nothing. It was Marcus May pulled his whip out and caused the fumble. Pete Werner caused the fumble. And eventually, luckily, the offense was able to pick up the rest at the end. But I am a little concerned about the defense because I think what the game plan was, and this is just me casually observing it. I'm not going to go back and watch the all 22. That's not what I do. That's what the type of breakdown you want. There's podcasts out there that do it. It ain't us. But it seemed like they weren't trying to rush up the field with Cam. It was like we said, right? They played like the must rush a little bit on Cam's side. And so Mariota couldn't scramble outside, but everyone else on the field couldn't get any pressure, bro. Like even when they weren't running, or if it wasn't like a quick short pass, if they were trying to throw deep or whatever, like it was nothing. No pressure at all. No Marcus Davenport pressure, no interior pressure, no who first pressure. Like that's a problem.
Oh, that's a problem. It's a big problem, bro. Like you're not gonna survive in the NFL like that. So look, like I'm trying to withhold my judgment. I just want to see if it starts revving up. I know Marcus Davenport, he barely practiced at all in training camp. So he's kind of on the pinch count, getting worked in. We talked about all season. He's a key piece. Like we need not just him, but we need a healthy, playing great him. Like we need a healthy, playing great Davenport. That offsets the attention Cam Jordan gets, which allows him to shine. And but I think the middle of the defense is just gonna be a struggle, bro. Like that's
it is, man.
They hadn't addressed it. Like as much as we scared of them drafting DTs, but they just haven't addressed it really much, and they need them. Like it's a sore spot in the defense. I love Onyemata, but he's not like a game changing defensive tackle. But then you got dudes like Shy Tuttle and stuff, man. Like, I mean, it's like you're asking a lot from Shy Tuttle and David Street and
a lot,
Malcolm.
Man.
Malcolm Roach. He's on IR. He was looking like he was shining
that's right.
camp. So he's on IR. So it's like, look, I mean, this is pretty much what you're gonna get. And then at linebacker, we love Demario Davis and Pete Werner, but those guys are kind of not so much Demario, but Pete Werner is more like a run and chase linebacker. So he could slice in the backfield, but as far as like just throwing the guard back into the to the pocket, and like he's not that type of linebacker. So I think the run defense, you can see it kind of take a step back this year, having it being great. It's been stellar the last couple of years, outside of going against like some running quarterbacks. But I think it'll be more of a week to week proposition. I think you're gonna see some weeks where it's great depending on the offense. I think this week the Falcons really had a good game plan, man. They had Marcus Mariota. I think they knew the Saints were going to be prepping for Marcus Mariota to run the ball, but they didn't really use him as a runner much, bro. Like they ran the ball down the throats.
They did. And that's the worst way to get beat. Like, they didn't get beat, but like the first 3 quarters of how they were getting beat is, in my humble opinion, easily the worst way to get beat in football.
Oh yeah.
You can't stop it. It's demoralizing. It's amping up everyone on the offense, on the opposing team. And as a fan, as a player on the team, just like, how the fuck are we gonna stop these dudes? Like, and you saw it, like, Jonathan Vilma played, was showing it of like at some point, like DA or whoever was calling defense. I don't know if it was DA, I don't know if it was Ryan Nielsen or
it was DA.
Yeah. So it's at some point there's like 8 men in the box. Like that's how bad it was that they couldn't stop the run. That he's putting like 8 men in the box to stop it.
And still couldn't stop.
You want to talk about Will Lutz? I know you made that sound, but he redeemed himself, bro. Like he redeemed himself.
He did, man. And get it out your system, bro. Like I was happy he just got it out early in the game. Even though we needed it, you got it out your system, so we knew. And he came back with the clutch when we needed it, bro. So I mean, it's huge. It's huge that he's healthy and he's back. He's not going to make everyone, but just be 95%, man. We need 95% Lutz.
I'll say this: kind of seeing all the kicking issues around the league today in week 1.
I'm saying.
I'll take a miss 44 for a game-winning 51 any day.
Any day, bro. Any day, bro.
Anything else from?
I guess my question for you is, what did you take from today's game? What do you see as fixable issues, and what do you see as things that's going to haunt the team going forward?
Great question. Let me answer it when we get on the other half for listening to our sponsor. What's up, Ryan?
Yo.
I'm just going to say this. I don't want you to get offended. I'm a big dude. You a big dude. Damn. And I know sometimes weight loss has been an issue that we both dealt with our entire lives. But I want to tell you about something that I came across about this great new company called Vertimax.
Okay.
Did you know that Vertimax is the leading sports performance and fitness equipment company that's used by half of D1 programs and half of the NFL and NBA teams? We have an NFL podcast. It's used by professional leagues as well as other teams all around the world. There's the Vertimax platform and there's a Vertimax Raptor used to help athletes improve their performance on the field for almost 3 decades. That's almost as old as you. I know we pick on him, but did you know that we pick on him in terms of his workouts? But Jameis Winston actually has trained on a Vertimax Raptor,
In the Kingdom New Orleans himself, Drew Brees has trained on a Vertimax platform along with other top NFL and college football pro athletes. I was just scrolling on TikTok. I saw Amari Cooper using a Vertimax machine.
Wow.
We know we have a lot of listeners that have kids. They're in sports, they're in soccer, baseball, football, track and field, you name it. If you're a parent and you want to help your child improve in terms of their sports performance, or maybe you just feel like you just want to get your body right for the summer and get fit, you need to check out Vertimax. So all you have to do is go to Vertimax.com or follow them on social media at Vertimax. That's BERTI Max. Again, that's at BERTI Max. Vertimax.com. Look into getting yourself a Vertimax platform, a Vertimax Raptor, and tell me you won't see the improvement.
Denim is in demand at Plato's Closet in West Ashley and North Charleston. Get cash on the spot for everything denim. Bring in your trendy and classic styles of gently used name brand denim. Get paid for your denim shorts, skirts, jackets, jeans, and more. We're looking for denim that is blue, black, or a bold color, and jeans in styles like mom jeans, bootcut, baggy, flared, and ripped. We want everything denim. Sell your denim for cash at Plato's Closet today. Plato's Closet, located in West Ashley on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard and North Charleston on Rivers Avenue.
Oh man, that's tough. I do think an issue that's going to plague them all season, unless maybe they bring back Malcolm Brown. I don't think they're going to go out and spend the money for Sue, because I don't think they could afford Sue on a 1-year deal. Like, it would have to be on a multi-year deal to get his cap number to be low.
Yeah,
I think the interior of the defensive line is going to be an issue.
I agree.
All season. There's some things that stood out to me of like coaching things that I wonder going forward if that's going to be fixed. Perfect. And probably not, because, say what we will about his snaps as a player, like he had the biggest snap in the game and blocking that punt and Peyton Turner, but like, why was Taco not elevated? Why was Tano inactive? Like, what has Peyton Turner shown besides being a first round pick? And then you get back to sunken fallacy calls, but like, what has he shown up to this point that would have like validated him playing over like his all game his play didn't. He had a great play to win the game, which is huge, but all day, like, jersey clean as shit, bro. clean, bro.
He could rewear it next week. Just look at that.
So it's like, can as a team, do they admit that maybe like they're not playing the best guy? And I want to see DA, and I don't want to sound negative after a win, but just little bitty things like the cleats thing to me.
Yeah.
Like all the slipping we saw in this game, bro.
Yeah.
To me, like that wouldn't happen under Sean Payton. Because
that's rookie coaching, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like that's just like, come on, man. Like,
but you can't say that's rookie coaching because this man has coached an NFL team before, bro.
He sure did, yeah.
So it's not like his assistant brand. So like little things like that, like DA has to fix. Right. I think something, and I don't know how this is going to work out or how it's going to play out, but Pete Carmichael and Jameis have to get together and figure out what this offense is going to be, because Pete Carmichael, Sean Payton, West Coast, timing, precision, blah, blah, blah. That's not Jameis's game. It's not his game. Now, maybe they have concerns about the offensive line holding up. Today's any indication, I get it. But maybe you just scrap, and I know you can't scrap an entire offense, but like maybe you just incorporate more. I'm in shotgun. I can see my weapons. Boom, I'm getting the ball out. There's no West Coast. I'm just getting the ball out.
Right.
But I say all that to say they won this game, and like that is huge.
Huge, man. Like I'd rather work on my problems after a win than
And
if you lose. When you lose, you think everything wrong. Like
yeah,
you can't even pinpoint the problem. After a win, you could be like, okay, here are the 5 things we need to work on this week. You know what I'm
and
saying? Like,
one of the first things Da said in the post game presser was like, basically paraphrase like, nice to win, but got a whole bunch of like, I hope they're ready tomorrow because that film study is not going to be good.
yeah, have tough
Also,
skin. He said you're gonna have tough skin.
yeah. Also, and this kind of goes back to like, you just gotta sometimes take things that are said in training camp a little for a grain of salt. Man, we heard Bradley Roby was having a great training camp, bro.
Hey, I was never on that train, bro. I was like, man, like the dude got moved to nickel for a reason, man. Like,
So it was a combination of things, right? So first they trade CD. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna go down that road again. But then a person I do believe had an excellent training camp, and I think it would carry over to the season. And don't back me, bro. I'm Paulson Adebo. Well, his ankle gets hurt, so he can't go this week. So then you got to take Roby, who was supposed to play the nickel. Now you got to move him back to the outside, and then you play Justin Evans at the nickel. He hadn't played football in almost like 2 years.
And we're fortunate that Falcons don't really have a great passing game.
Fortunate, bro. Could you imagine they were trying to do that next week against the Bucks?
Exactly. So we hoping, Paulson Adebo looked like he was at the game. He was out there on the field. Pre-game or whatever, didn't have a walking boot on it, so he looked like he gonna shake back. But still, man, it's like I still keep coming back. Like, why is straight seated? Like, why? Like, I know why, but it's just like, man, y'all couldn't figure that out. Like, if you really want to be like a great team this year and really compete for a Super Bowl, you're like, man, like, why not have that luxury of having that great depth? Because, man, all that talk about that great secondary depth, look how quick it just got decimated.
You become the Will Smith Fresh Prince season finale or series finale, bro. Just look at the room like.
And look, speaking of the secondary, bro, the dude hadn't been talked about at all during training camp. But can we give a little props to Lattimore, bro? Like, yes. Dude, he's at that point in his career where he's just going about his business, just taking players out the game, bro.
Like, I don't know if he was. I'm not gonna watch all 22. But Kyle Pitts had like 2 catches for 19 yards today, bro.
Exactly. And I'm not saying he covered, Kyle Pitts every snap, but
not saying that at all.
He was covering him quite a bit, and he was just taking him out. He got targeted. He was like, nope. So, like, just to have that, man, like just to see that Lattimore, because we have, there were those seasons in the past where he started off,
yes,
just kind of a little bumpy, little bumpy. Good to see him just tuned in. Like, he's a veteran now. He's a veteran, been in the league, what, 3, 4, 5, 6 years now. Veteran, just going about his business, take care of business. It's good to see that because, like, he take care of his side of the field. You get Paulson Adebo back. He take care of his shit. Figure out the nickel.
Now they could do what they want to do.
Right. And look, Marcus May played pretty well. He wasn't perfect. He got caught. He got caught a couple times biting on play action or whatever. But overall, I thought he played well. He was active, very involved, always around the ball. Him and Honey Badger, I think they make a good duo. And Justin Evans, man, every time I see him, he was just like, oh, like just.
He trying to put someone on IR, bro.
Yeah, man, he was bringing the heat. So they got some players now, bro. Like,
yes,
like they got some players in the secondary, man. Demario Davis still a dog. It's like we go back to this D line, man. Like
that's the thing,
huge, bro. Well, you could rush forward and get pressure. It just changes everything.
And it's gonna sound like the most boring fucking statement, but with the amount of draft capital that they put into both of those sides of the ball, they should play well. But I mean, Maurice is not playing well, Hurst obviously was in the first round pick, and Trevor Penning's hurt. But like defensively, you invested a first round pick in Cam Jordan. You invested 2 first round picks in Marcus Davenport. You invested a first round pick in Peyton Turner. Like, that should be the strength of your fucking team. It should be the strength. And we'll see. We'll see if this was just like a aberration or what have you. But
I think it's game to game, man. It's gonna be a game to game proposition. You're gonna see games where the D line is tepid, the pass rush is tepid. You're gonna see games where they're fierce. I think it's gonna depend on the quarterback. It's gonna depend on how long the quarterback holds on to the ball, the type of offense they face. It's gonna be one of those type of things. But I don't know if they have just one of those just crazy good pass rushes. Man.
No,
they don't. I ain't gonna say I don't even know. I know they don't have that right now. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. But man, 2 firsts, not 2 firsts. Yeah, 2 firsts. I'm starting to forget the names. 2 firsts. It's important for him to really get back to being who we know he can be. Like, bro, it's your contract year, bro. Like, you can make generational wealth and change the whole trajectory of your family, man. Like, I don't know if you care about that stuff, but like you can, and like this year, if you just show and prove, bro, like it's there for you, and their Saints are giving you every opportunity. Like they are not. There have been plenty of chances they could have just kicked you out of the building, but they're like, we are going to give you every opportunity to succeed. Like you talk to Ryan Nielsen. Ryan Nielsen believes in Markin Davenport, man. Like he wants him to be great, man. So I want him to be great. Like if Marcus Davenport is great, like that is good for the Saints.
Oh, that's the crazy thing. Like I want to be great. At this point, I'll just take him consistently being good. Just good.
Good and there. Like
yes. Yes, that's a huge one, bro.
Actually playing. Like
I know
Peyton Turner, on the other hand, bro. I'm kind of done with him, bro. I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm sorry. I know it's early. Maybe I'm done with the Peyton Turner thing, bro. Like, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the evidence that he's going to be some type of player. I'm not seeing it.
You know what makes me so annoyed, bro? Before I came up here to record this episode, watching the Bucks game and fucking Joe Tryon's Trelakon just all over the field, nigga. I get so mad, Ryan.
But he doesn't fit the RES in the measurables, Adam. Sorry.
So Marcus Mariota didn't rush for 50 yards this game. He was at 48. That was close. Bro. So my prediction for week 2 against the Bucks is Joe Tryon gonna get a sack on Jameis, and
I believe that
Peyton Turner will not get a sack in the game. That's my prediction.
Hey, look! If somebody record this and be like, repost this and be like, posting it after Peyton Turner have like a 4-sack game or something.
Please,
I would please do that. Like, I can't wait. I think
I want to be on freezing cold takes. Like, put me on that shit. But can you show me something that we gonna be on it though?
Right? Can you show me some evidence?
P. Warner did. P. Warner said, "Bet I got it."
Exactly. Show me some circumstantial evidence that makes me want to believe that, because I ain't got none. So he did pretty good against Carolina last year. I'm like,
fuck out my goddamn face,
bro.
When was it? When the offense was driving in the fourth quarter, bro, and they like took a shot to the sideline. This nigga jumping up and down, just looking all happy, bro. I'm just
man, sit your ass down.
Even, bro.
Hey, you had a good camp, though. You had a good camp. Out of here, man.
You gotta take these things that people say about players they can't with a grain of salt, bro. Truly. I think we've hit on it all. I think we did. We really kind of hit a gamut of things. Hopefully, don't back me, bro. AKA Paulson and Debo's back. I mean, you need the Bane. We will need them next week, bro.
Yeah, we need them next week, bro. I saw Chris Godwin early in this game.
Yeah, I saw that catch, and I was like, this nigga.
He back already. They got Julio Jones. Julio Jones stretching out for catches, bro. I'm like,
Mike
oh,
Evans,
shit.
Russell Gage. We gonna need it, bro. Need it. I do think that's maybe a different game where we can see the pass rush better because we like it's like he's gonna be right here. He's not gonna run. He's not gonna scramble. Meet me here.
Cam Jordan talked about it on his podcast. He's like he loves quarterbacks. Like he said, he studies where the quarterback usually is. Like he loves quarterbacks. Be like, okay, I know they're gonna be right here. So I just know I need to get to that spot somehow. You know, the outside, the inside, whatever. Just know I need to get to that spot. That's what Tom Brady is. You just know you got to get to the spot.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we'll see if we see a different pass rush next week. We'll get to that on a preview, later this week.
Yeah, we'll hit the preview pod up for that later this week. But sincerely, anyone who maybe watched the live stream on YouTube, who was in the live stream on Zoom, who was in our Discord, man, because of how I share the game for our community, like I don't pay attention to our Discord like during the game. Like I try to just straight focus and we watch it all organically. Man, I pulled up the Discord and it said like 470 new messages. I was like, God damn.
Y'all missing out, man. And look, for y'all that don't have access to the Saints game, I ain't saying how you can watch the Saints game, but I'm just saying if you become a Patreon and join the Discord, we might have options for you. That's all I'm saying.
That's it. We're not saying, we just not saying. But today was great on so many levels. And people were like getting at me like of how I was reacting to like, you don't look really detached. Here's the thing about being detached. The thing about being detached is the losses don't bother me. Like when you're truly like detached, like I'm a fan. We like this is a Saints podcast. We are Saints fans. We get excited when the team wins. The thing that makes us, Ryan and I, emotionally detached is when these niggas shit the bed, it doesn't bother us. It doesn't ruin our day. It doesn't ruin our Monday.
Don't care. Nigga don't care at all.
That's why
it's actually funny.
Chris has to cut that fumble, bro. Because at that point, we all of us as fans thought, oh, these niggas, we done. It was just like, of course. Like our reaction was just comical.
Look, when the Pelicans, who did play the playoffs this past year? I can't remember. Suns. And they won one. I remember when they won the game. I was ecstatic. I watched like 8 Pelicans games a year. I was like, hell yeah. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna be excited and all that, but man, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I care because I invest so much in it. Like, but I don't care to the point where I was like 6 years ago, where I was like, bro, if they would have lost this game, and I was at where I was like 6 years ago, bro. I would have been walking into work all unshaved, probably wouldn't have ironed my shirt, probably wouldn't have want to talk to nobody till lunchtime. You know what I'm saying?
And this is what I hated the most after games when I was detached, when I wasn't detached, bro. That's the first thing everyone at work, maybe it's different in New Orleans, but I live in California, right? So it was the first thing anyone fucking wanted to talk to me about.
No, it's the same, bro.
Oh, exactly.
So that Saints game, bro. What you say about them Saints, bro?
Fuck out my face right now.
Shut the fuck up, man.
But now?
Now I start running it down to him. I'm like, yeah, man, here's the keys to the game.
That's what we talk about being detached. But during the game, seeing Mike Thomas come to life, bro, like, what supposed to be? I just sitting here, just like tweedling my thumbs, like, oh, okay, cool, nice play, yeah. Like no, like there's a fucking fleur-de-lis on my shoulder for a fucking reason, good or bad.
And this is reality TV at its best.
Oh my god, bro! What we did today, and this is just gonna be like an inside joke between Ryan and I. But what we did today is like watching that Bucks fan do that live stream, watching that TV Sunday Night Football, bro.
Always think about that dude, bro.
Like he got the last laugh because they won the Super Bowl that year, but I'll never forget like the reaction where Tom Brady hit the interception. He just on the couch, just
dead inside. How the Saints do that?
That was basically what we went through today with multiple people at the exact same fucking time. So it's great for football season to be back. It's great that the Saints won. Shout out to everyone who supports us and continues to support us. I tweeted it out this morning, and it got like tons of fucking retweets, like shit ton of likes. This no one can see me, but I'm making like a circle right now. This shit, what we're building right now, like this shit is meant to last. Where you can get away from Twitter, and that's the crazy thing about today, bro. I wasn't on Twitter, I wasn't in the Discord, I was just in like the moment, like just in the moment, all of us fucking together. It was dope, man. It was really dope. It's the closest thing that you'll get to like being at an actual stadium with other Saints fans as we'll get until we get together for the Raiders meetup. But
yeah, we got people from all over, England, wherever, you know what I'm saying? Like
the Netherlands,
Netherlands.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Hawaii.
Yo, Mitch was in that bitch so Hawaii's what, 3 hours behind? So he was in this bitch 7 a.m. bright and early, bro, cussing these niggas out.
You heard me?
That's wild. But it was fun. It was dope. We every week. Well, I shouldn't say every week. Most weeks this season, that will be the setup. If there's a week where I'm going to be at 3 actual Saints games in person this season, might want to put those down as losses. But maybe we can figure something out where someone else can take the reins and everything continues to run smoothly. But just thank y'all. Like, y'all make this shit worth it. We appreciate y'all. Y'all part of our Saints Twitter podcast family. Go out, get the merchandise. It's on TeePublic. Become a Patreon so you could be in the Zoom with us, in the Discord with us. Subscribe to our YouTube. Retweet everything we retweet. Shout out to our dude Chris, #WhiteWealth, who in the lab right now trying to make content for us, video content, so we can post that up. It's above and beyond, man. So regardless of what happens next this season, we in this shit together. And we appreciate y'all.
Oh, and our merch, go to our Patreon. It should be up there. TeePublic. Click on the link. Got our merch out there for you to purchase. T-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, you name it, man. Like, go and cop our gear and represents SDP, represents Saints Twitter podcast out there, man.
That's it. But we will be back this upcoming week to do the preview pod. We might try to get. I think I have an idea. Maybe we'll try to get someone on. I don't know if we can pull it off before the preview pod.
Ooh.
But I want to get Stan Red on, man. Try to get Stan on. He follow us. He follow us, Stan.
Okay.
Want to come on? But we appreciate y'all. So we'll be back in a couple of days, real soon. With that, we out.
Peace.
Denim is in demand at Plato's Closet in West Ashley and North Charleston. Get cash on the spot for everything denim. Bring in your trendy and classic styles of gently used name brand denim. Get paid for your denim shorts, skirts, jackets, jeans, and more. We're looking for denim that is blue, black, or a bold color. And jeans in styles like mom jeans, bootcut, baggy, flared, and ripped. We want everything denim. Sell your denim for cash at Plato's Closet today. Plato's Closet, located in West Ashley on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard and North Charleston on Rivers Avenue.